Well, hello again. This is another Manna Moment. My name is Darren Jones, and today is April 2nd. So, if you watched the video from yesterday, in our devotion, we were talking about foolishness, and we were talking about our response to the social norm of the day. And so, yesterday was April Fool's, and we talked about how we should operate on a day where the social norm is to be filled with jokes and trickery and lies and deception, even if it's little small lies and small, jokes and little deception, petty foolishness, right? And our response was to do the opposite of the social norm, which is instead of living a life of folly, we're living a life of honesty and being truthful and making sure that is a consistent walk that we walk in our faith walk, right? So today we're going to continue to talk about foolishness because it's just the day after. And I'm pretty sure there's still a lot of foolishness going on in a lot of people's lives, right? So, I woke up today and I said, all right, Father, what else do we have on foolishness? And some more passages he gave me. And here it is. Proverbs 26:11, it says, as a dog returns to his vomit, so a fool repeats his folly. Now, today is just the day after April Fool's, and I'm pretty sure wherever you are, if you're going to work, if you're, with your family, your kids, or whatever the case may be, there's still a little bit of folly going on. Still a little bit of joke cracking, all kind of stuff, and we talked about in the previous video how it's not good to give in to those things. It's not good to live a life that's full of lies and deception, because those lies and deception doesn't just last for one day. Sometimes it becomes a pattern, and the pattern builds upon the next. And so that's one of the things that the Most High really doesn't like. He doesn't like you to live a dishonest life. He doesn't like you to be dishonest. He doesn't like you to tell lies, even if they're little small ones. He would prefer you don't do that, because he knows that those little small lies will lead to you building a track record of telling fibs and living a life full of foolishness, right? And so he compares it to a dog, right? A dog who returns back to what he threw up is a crazy animal. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what Proverbs 26:11 is talking about. Also, we have Luke 12:21. It says, a person is a fool, to store up earthly wealth, but have not a rich relationship with the Most High, right? And so, once again, that's a person who you might see, or you might know, or it might be you, where you're living a life that's kind of flashy, or maybe you're just focusing on those things more than focusing on building your life and building faith in the Most High, right? Standing firm on his wisdom and knowledge so that you can manage the wealth that you're acquiring, right? Also, we have 1 Corinthians 3:18 and 19. It says, stop your foolishness. If you think you are wise by this world's standards, you will have to become a fool so you can become wise by God's standards. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness to God, right? So once again, that's what we talked about yesterday when we were talking about not giving into the social norms. The knowledge of this world is far beyond what we see in textbooks. It's far beyond what we used to see when we went to college, when that was a thing to do. A lot of people don't go to college anymore. Now it's the internet. Now it's social norms, or social quips, or memes, or cultural social events, or sayings, or slangs, or all these different things, where we are now getting our knowledge, and we are defining what we are, who we are, and who other people are, and how to treat those people, right? And so in 1 Corinthians 3:18 through 19, what we're seeing is, in order for you to abide by the standards that God has, you have to give that up. You have to give up what the world or the social norm of the day says is right, or what the social norm of the day says is love, or what the social norm of the day says is happiness or peace. You have to give all that up, and you have to look into the scriptures and see what the Most High says love is, what he says truth is, what he says faithfulness is, right? And when you do that, that's counteracting the foolishness of the day and the foolishness of the world, right? So how can we keep from acting foolish? By trusting in the wisdom, the knowledge of the Most High versus the knowledge of ourselves, how we feel about things, our emotions, and the knowledge of the social norms that the world is trying to portray to us, what they're trying to define to us every so often, right? But instead trusting in him to see what we're supposed to do. And remember that the wise will live a life of honor, but fools live a life of shame. That's Proverbs 3:35. Well, my name is Darren Jones, and that has been the Manna Moment for April 2nd. Until next time, shalom and blessings.